If you're interested in buying Fallout 76 caps, weapons or items, check out easynpc.com and use my code DTDG for 5% off via the link in the description. Hey everyone, and welcome to this week's Top 5 Cam Showcase. Today we got another 5 cams to show off, which are very nice and very good indeed. I've already started and I've already said nice, so you know, another typical week in the series. But yeah, I hope you're all doing good. If you want to check out anyone involved, all of the links to their camps and the individual videos on their channels are in the description down below. And if you want to get involved, send me your camp videos via Discord, which is also in the link below, as well as everything else. But hey ho, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's jump straight into this week's Top 5 camps. Up first this week, we have LoganRTx with this absolutely fantastic, scrappy looking build. If you've been watching for a while, it must have been about a month ago now, I actually showed off a camp just like this one by LoganRTx. And it looked awesome, and I think it made #1 if I remember correctly. It's very cool looking, very imaginative, and the amount of time it must have took to put all them posters, all the signs, all the paintings, everything down must have been absolutely mad. I love the look of these. I think they're just really like unique and just different. It's not like a standard kind of modern build or a kind of just a stereotypical location where everyone's built out or anything like that. It's just completely random, and yet looks so kind of brilliant in its own way. So hats off to you, Logan. I really enjoy these ones. I'd like scrappy builds are genuinely my favourite. And if you've noticed this week, again, I didn't do actually in an order of 5. I want to get you guys to get in the vote, because I'm trying to figure out the balance. A lot of you guys said that you prefer being in order of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And a lot of you guys also said that you prefer it being in no order, just a review. So yeah, drop it down below, whoever your favourite is. Anyways, looking at the camp, as you can see, every bit of space is all made up and it looks absolutely brilliant in my opinion. Hope you guys agree with it as well. I loved it, and just everything about it. All the space being took up, the scrappiness, and how there's like nothing empty anywhere. Just everywhere you look, like try and find a gap where nothing is being placed. You can't. So awesome job, Logan. Thank you for sending it in, mate. Very nicely done. Up next, we have a build by Kpop Apocalypse, and it is a very, very cool one indeed. This is based off a kind of like temple type of design, and I just really love the actual structure of the camp. I think the roof lines are very just very imaginative and very creative, how they're kind of all over the place. They're not like a stereotypical roof, and it actually kind of resembles them kind of, you know, like when you see like the films based in the kind of like, is it the Chinese or Japanese mountains where there's like all these temples for the Shaolin monks and stuff and whatever else type of monks. I'm not sure. Obviously, I'm not great on the history and stuff of this type of thing, but you know what I mean. Them type of old school temples you see in the movies. It reminds me of that type of thing, and I think it looks really, really cool. I love the use of the stacked little stool things as well. I know a lot of people have been doing that around different building communities and stuff, but it is a really nice touch and it looks really nice, I think. I also really like the use of the glass walls. I think it really made the place bright and lighten it all up and everything. There's also plenty of plants dotted around as well to add a bit of colour to the build, and the lighting as well is very nicely done when you see it in the dark. As you can see there, it is all now lit up in the dark, just as I said that, and as you can see, it's glowing nicely. It's got this nice kind of like meditation area around the statue in the middle. I thought that looked really nice, and it's just kind of very simplistic looking in terms of decorating, but the structure and everything is what did it for me. I just really enjoyed the structure, and like I say, it really reminded me of when you see them old temples in the films and stuff, kind of like them kind of karate kung fu type of films, and you see the temples. It just really reminded me of that, and I thought it was very, I can't think of another word. I was nicely done, for God's sake. Never mind. My vocabulary is just at its limit at nice. I need some more words. Guys, you need to be thesaurus. Next up on the list is Stole Your Sweet Roll. Now, funny enough, I had not heard of Stole Your Sweet Roll until this week when I actually had been told about him and some of the guides that he'd been doing. And they're actually really good, very in-depth, and kind of remind me of kind of like what Bloody Mess was coming out with a while back. And they're very good and really help come up with some like crazy ideas for your camps, especially if you're looking for new like techniques and stuff in your build and to spice things up a little bit. But going into his build now, as you can see, it is very, very well done. See, I used a different word there, unlucky for all you expecting us to say nice, because I didn't. But I love the structure of it at the front, how it's like a point. I like inside how it's like very themed. It really fits that log cabin theme. Everything's been done very nicely. And as you can see, it's got a lot of actual wooden furniture. He's got like the oven merged into a table and a cabinet there. He's got the wooden, the cabinet type of bar bundle to use there. I really like this fireplace as well, with the stove actually merged into it. And he actually used the fireplaces going all the way up to make this giant chimney at the front of the build, as you've seen right at the start of the video. And that was a very cool touch as well. So I really enjoyed that. And just all round, it actually reminds me a lot of like the layout of a kind of log cabin that you'd also see in the films. Obviously, I live in the UK. You don't see many of these type of cabins, but I've seen films, and these things remind me of films. I like that pool area. That looks really good. The decorating of the walls with the floors matches in very nicely as well. That's something I'm kind of learning to appreciate a lot more. Ever since buying a lot more wallpapers and floors and stuff over the past however many months, I've noticed a lot of the walls and carpets and floors don't match very well. So getting that nice balance of getting the floor to fit the walls is actually a lot harder than you think. And now I just have a newfound appreciation for it. So nicely done. The entire camp is very, very good. I'm trying my best not to say nice anymore. And yeah, it's very good build. So great job, Sweet Roll. Thank you for getting involved and stuff. It's a pleasure to have you on the channel for the first time. And yeah, keep up the good work. Thank you for sending it in. Next up, we have Master Conif, I believe it is pronounced. Another new entry in here. This week we have 3 people that's never been showcased before, so it's always a pleasure to get people in for the first time. And I actually just really enjoyed the way that this camp was actually decorated. He's gone for a modern log cabin type of mix in between the two, and I thought you absolutely nailed it with the decorating side of things. I love that white tiled floor. I think that was a really nice feature of the build, and I also really liked how you used different types of walls in terms of, you've got the log cabin wall there, then you've got like a double-sided actually wallpapered to make that brick effect on it, and then going upstairs you've done it again with like different types of walls as well. And I thought it was just a nice touch to kind of mix it up so you don't just have the same type of walls throughout the build. It's nice to see that type of thing happen. I like it when people use like half walls as well to make that effect as well. I like the use of the steel post as well. Of course, it's got a very nice view, which is always appreciated. And just all around, I thought it was a really nice camp. As you can see, it's very open as well. That was another thing I really liked about it. He's got the destroyed cabin walls there. And this is a room right here, which I thought looked really cool. So you've got the log cabin wall in the corner with a fireplace. And then you've got the white tiled walls with the white tiled floor as well, and more steel posts. I thought it worked really nicely, very nicely decorated and stuff, and it just all goes together really well. So very nicely done. I've just said nice in the space of 30 seconds, about 4 times or something. I apologise, I need to stop mentioning it, but never mind, the more I mention it, the worse it gets. But as you can see, it is very well done, this build. I really appreciate it. I think it looks really cool, and I think you absolutely nailed it. It's also a cool little feature there. You've got the defense concrete defense walls like stacked on top of each other. I thought that was a cool touch as well. So nicely done, very well thought of. I love the structure, love the design and everything, and how you've decorated it. Very good job, Master Conif. Thank you for getting involved. Now, last but not least, this week we have a build from Nightcrawler, and this build I actually really enjoyed. Like, looking at the upstairs, this part right here, I wasn't overly impressed by. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of looked at it and thought, yeah, it's alright. It's not like anything amazing or anything, like it's not bad or anything. It's just kind of not anything out of the ordinary, not anything crazy. But as the build get on, like I was watching it and I'm watching this and I'm thinking, what the hell's going on? Why is a guy walking out there with a tulip suit? He's in a hospital. He's looking like he's about to do something. I don't know what he's doing. Why is there a jukebox in the hallway of the hospital? I don't know what's going on here. And this is what actually got me to really like this build. Like, you don't always have to do an absolutely amazing build to catch my eye. Sometimes you can just do a build. I really like that, by the way, though. There's like an elevator, and that looks brilliant. So, brilliant job with that Nightcrawler. This is what actually caught my eye with this build. There's lots of little details that you look at. Like, look at the kind of structure of it. He's got like angled walls in there and stuff. This is what I really liked about it. And it's not just a standard build. You looked at that upstairs part and thought, yeah, alright, it's okay. But when you look at the details of it, that is where the camp really shone through for me, and I thought it was really cool. And I just love this area down here. This is, for some reason, an downstairs club under the hospital type of thing. I just thought it was really funny and really cool. I like the floor, how it glows with the pink purpley lighting. Thought that was very cool. And I like the angled walls. That was very nice, fine detail. And that right there is what caught my eye. That DJ set, I still haven't looked at it enough to realise what it is and work it all out. But when it goes back, look at it on the details. He's got a conduit on top, I know that. Then he's merged something into a cabinet, but I don't know what that is. And then look at the thing in the middle. He's got the toolbox with other things merged into it. I thought, the amount of time, I bet you took a while to do that. And I just thought it was a really, really cool touch. And I just really appreciate it. So I thought I had to show it off and share it with you guys, because I didn't think that really cool feature of the camp could go without being shown. So very nicely done, Nightcrawler. I really enjoyed this, and I love the random video to come along with it as well. As you can see, it was very cool. But thank you for showing it off. Thank you for getting involved. I appreciate it. But that is it for this week, guys. I'm still getting used to where to look because I've moved the webcam because the reflections and stuff going on my glasses. I was just going to take my glasses off when I record it, but hopefully this is kind of alright. I'm kind of like looking directly into the camera, like right in front of me, and it feels weird. But that is it for this week's top 5 anyways. Stop blabbering on. Which camp was your number 1 this week, and who would you put in order if it was up to you? Okay, because I enjoy doing this. I like to hear what you guys think and stuff. Who, in your opinion, would be number 1 this week? For me, it would have been, if I was to choose, I would have went for, it would have to be Logan, Kpop, maybe, it's a hard one, you know, because Logan's is really good from a scrappy aspect. I really liked it, really thought it was cool. The only thing I didn't like about it was the fact it was right up in the end. You couldn't really, there was no way of getting to it unless you had like a jetpack, as far as I could see anyways. Sweet Rolls had a structure which was really, really cool. I loved the front of it, how it was like that, and then it had the chimney going up. Nightcrawlers had loads of really cool tricks, but just because of probably the upstairs and the actual look of the building from the exterior, I wouldn't have put them as number 1. It's kind of cool actually giving this review at the end. I don't normally do this, but it's kind of cool to give why and the reasonings behind the choices. Master Conif, I thought, the reason I keep looking over there is because I've got a list of the 5 that I chose. Master Conif, I thought, was very well decorated. I love the choice of the floors going with the walls. I thought that worked really well. Only thing about that build was, I would say, is you didn't see enough of, say, the outside of the build to really show it off. If you think of people like Aquanova, Kpop Apocalypse, Corva, people that we've had in the last few weeks as number 1s and stuff, when you look at the outside of their builds, it's kind of like a statement. Aqua had a build this week which I didn't include. It was a very nice build and stuff, but when you look at that and you look at her submission for this week, it was a statement. You look at it and you think, wow, that looks cool. Same as Kpop Apocalypse's build. As soon as you see it, you think, right, that's straight away, you know it's a nice camp. But with that one, it was kind of, it looked alright from the outside, but it wasn't anything crazy or kind of like stand out different type of thing. And that was why possibly knock it down from number 1. Maybe, I'm not sure. And Kpop was the temple, which I thought looked really awesome, and it just really stood out. That was something that you look at, catches your eye because of the roof lines and stuff. I thought that was really brilliant. So that would be a possible number 1 for me. But this is the difficulty of choosing a number 1. I sit here when I look at these, and I was saying all this to myself. You've got the roof line. This person's got the structure. This person's got that, and I'm like, who the hell do I choose? And sometimes, most of the time, I just kind of right. I've had enough of stressing over who would be number 1. You're number 1, and that's how I do it. But yeah, that is it. This video is getting on now, but I hope you've enjoyed this little kind of talk at the end to kind of discuss and tell you the thoughts behind my decisions and stuff. I thought it was quite cool to add in here. So hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Congratulations if you made the top 5. Sorry if you didn't make it in. Don't overthink it. Some people take it too seriously. But yeah, make something different that stands out. Like I say, it doesn't have to be something amazing. If you do something that really catches my eye and I think, you know, that deserves to be kind of shouted out about and stuff, then I might show it off. So yeah, but yeah, thank you for everyone getting involved, and I'll catch you all later. Bye bye.